All marketers on the platform of Petroleum Product Retails Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria at the weekend struck a deal with Dangote Refinery for the supply of at least 28 million litres of petrol daily in the next 6 months for domestic consumption. The development came in the wake of an announcement by the refinery that it had cut ex-depot petrol price from 990 naira per litre to 970 naira per litre as a way of thanking Nigerians for their support. A stakeholders meeting at the weekend resolved that all marketers would, going forward, stop the importation of products, stressing that if they must bring in new stock, it will be dependent on the unavailability of products from Dangote Refinery. Well, for more on this deal and its potential impact on fuel pricing, landing cost, supply and forex exchange rates in Nigeria, we're now being joined by Dr. Gillis-Harry, President, Petroleum Products Retails Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Having us. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
Well, good afternoon. So let's talk, about this historic agreement, with Dangote Refinery. What impact is it likely to have on ending the fuel supply crisis in Nigeria? And of course, the pricing. Is it likely to have any effect, maybe a reduction?
It will have a lot of positive effects on in the industry. Dangote Refinery, as you know, is the largest refinery today that is churning out refined products in Africa, maybe even in the world. And we are very proud in Petron to have Dangote Refinery active, rolling out refined petroleum products, and actually going into very, very clearly defined roadmap on how to do business, how to work together with the industry players. Petron on Monday had a very, very productive meeting with the management of Dangote Refinery. And there was a clear demonstration of Dangote's team to clearly let Petron know that they are transparent and want to be transparent. And, as usual, in beginning days of any enterprise, there will be some teething period. And this teething period will obviously be the reason why certain things will not play at the right time. But from Monday last week, from Monday actually, this week, the landmark deal that is struck with Dangote Refinery and the Petroleum Product Retail owners will cascade to all the nooks and crannies of retail outlet owners in the country. We will still work out a process on how Petron will have the products delivered at a much more tolerable price and make sure that it's more affordable to Nigerians. And all that we can say is that this deal will make the downstream operations much more better and affordable for Nigerians.
Very good, Dr. Gillis-Harry. Can you give us more insight regarding the narratives behind this deal? We understand it's only worth 6 months. Why just 6 months, and what happens afterwards? It's quite temporary. I'm sure people are going to be asking questions regarding the sustainability of this. Are we going to have this on a more long-term basis, you think?
Yeah, we're going to have it on a long-term basis. The 6 months and the 28 million litres was actually a discussion that was midwifed by the leaders of the industry. That was a different kettle of fish from Petron's direct purchase, willing buyer, willing seller, discussion arrangement with Dangote Refinery on Monday this week. Both discussions are all geared towards ensuring that there's availability of petroleum product, which is always what Petron has said, that we should focus more on the availability of petroleum product in Nigeria. When that has been achieved to guarantee our energy security, then prices will naturally fall in place, because you're not going to be expecting a new refinery that is rolling out products to suddenly sell products at this price and then start to cut down prices. There's a lot of expenses involved. And those expenses are not really supposed to be public. We can do our analysis and know what it costs to refine 1 liter of product, but it may not be accurate because it's different from clime to clime. So this discussion that Petron has got with Dangote on Monday does not have a limitation. It is as much product as Petron members can buy. And Petron membership has increased very, very tremendously across the country. So obviously it's going to be impacting on the cities, city limits, communities, villages, rural areas, riverine areas. All of these places will benefit from Dangote's product as well as the NNPC product, because we also have NNPC's absolute assurance to Petron that we're going to be having specific products to be given to members across the country. And that is what has given us the joy to announce, that in the coming weeks and coming months, that the Nigerian public will be the better for how the refined product business is going to work. Because obviously, petrol has been, demonstrated to be a key player in the growth of the economy. And I think every one of us now realize that in handling petroleum products, especially PMS, we need to always look at what will benefit the public and what will grow the economy, what will instantly give value to what Nigeria's economic growth indicators will be. So it's beyond 28 million liters. What we have gotten with Dangote is unlimited. They are only waiting for us to say, this is how much liters we want, this is how we're going to do it. And also, Dangote's magnanimity has also snowballed into giving us opportunity to be able to buy products with a bank guarantee. So the challenges we have in paying cash up front is going to be redefined in the coming weeks.
So for clarity's sake, have we gotten to a point where we can finally end, importation of fuel? Do we have enough supply, for the whole country?
Well, where we are, I'm sure if you read that press release or that communique, you will see that the idea was to make sure that we monitor what's going on for 180 days. Thereafter, it will be reviewed. And that clearly means that every source where petroleum product will be achieved to make sure that there's energy security in Nigeria and also guaranteed will not be overlooked.
Very good.
But I can tell you, with what we saw in Dangote Refinery, but I can tell you what we saw there is massive production capacity. Port Harcourt Refinery has also joined the production campaign and are doing very well in spite of all the misgivings. Clearly, I believe the media has done their tour. The Senate has done their tour. The Nigerian public has seen, that NNPC really is out and roaring and is already producing petroleum product to be distributed to us. We, as Petron members, have been informed to go on the portal, apply for products, and we have been doing so. On the 4th of this month, some of our companies got as many allocations as possible. So the challenge with us then will be how to raise money, buy the product, and make sure that it gets to the stations, to the retail outlets. So there's quite a lot of activities going on to make sure that there's availability of petroleum product in Nigeria, refined in the country, which is exactly what Petron has been pushing, in-country production. It will be the basis on which reduction of prices expected by Nigerians will start to be discussed. Not that it will be guaranteed today, not that it can happen tomorrow, but because there is going to be product, the chances of petroleum product pricing to be reviewed consistently becomes the order of the day.
All right, Doctor, help us understand this issue about landing costs and, of course, supply. How are they priced towards the eventual buyers of fuel, that is the motorist and, of course, the general public? And also, since you're getting the product directly from Dangote Refinery, where does the issue of Forex also come in?
Well, this is a private business. And some of the expectations of Nigerians, I think, as much as it is rightfully, their right to try to know what's going on, it's somebody's private business. So he's not really going to be, really professional to start to discuss about the input cost of anybody's particular limited liability business, or even a publicly quoted business that is, their internal working process. But what I can tell you is that Dangote's refinery, don't forget that it's situated in an export processing zone. So it also has capacity to export as well as work towards making sure that there are in-country supplies, like what Petron has got with them. We are talking about trucking. We also inform them about our need to ensure that marine operations are extended to Petron, which was also not refused. But it's negotiations and discussions going on until everything will crystallize. These are beginning days, and so there'll be a lot of moving parts. But shortly, there will be a stability that can be able to let us know this is what to project. This is how prices can be. This is what we can be able to achieve in working out our prices in this way. As far as the landing cost is concerned, crude oil is purchased by the Nigerian refineries, including NNPC. And it is not just about Dangote, it's also about NNPC. NNPC is very critical in this business because they are the ones that are also selling crude oil to Dangote. So you have to also realize that is, and the same NNPC is also selling crude oil to NNPC, the refining arm of NNPC to refine. So in all sides, there is cost implication of the cost of crude. They are paying the Nigerian naira from what the policy of the president has said. And don't forget that it was Petron that started a campaign, the advocacy for buying crude oil in Nigerian naira for Nigerian refineries so that Nigerians will be benefiting from their naturally endowed oil and gas assets. So there must be always a landing cost associated with any liter of product, whether it's refined in Nigeria or it is imported. But in this case, we have now left importation from what you saw on that communique or that press release to in-country refining. And we in Petron encourage that. We encourage full-blown deregulation. We encourage full-blown in-country production and refining of petroleum products from all the refineries. And if you look at that agreement, you see that there, beyond Dangote and NNPC, there are also other refineries like Aradel, like Edo Refinery, like Niger Delta Refinery, like Walter Smith, and a few other refineries that are coming up. So I think what the Nigerian public needs is accurate information. And this is where I want to just take a break and congratulate Arise News, Arise TV. When I sit on your desk and I'm seeing this A, this red A, it means a lot. It means action. It tells us arise. But beyond that, I, in my heart, say this is accurate news center. That is what I think that Arise has become. And I want to congratulate Nduka Obebina and all of his team for this wonderful work you all are doing. Regardless of anybody, pining differently, Arise is doing a good job, and I want to encourage you to do much more so that the Nigerian public will be informed better with proper professional interventions. Because when people say they're experts and they want to come and discuss about oil and gas, you need to ask them where they're coming from. Are they retail outlet owners, or are they logistic companies that are associated with oil and gas, or there are upstream operators that have oil and gas assets that they are mining or drilling. So if they do not participate practically in these businesses, I think they should be discouraged from coming to use your accurate Action and Arise News Center. Thank you.
Dr. Gillis-Harry, President of the Petroleum Products Retail Owners Association, of Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.